In this tutorial, we're going to learn how to customize the UI of Stingray. Now, there may come a time where you are working with Stingray and you want to customize the UI to help your own workflow. To begin this process, what we'll do is we'll come up here to the top and we'll click on this little plus symbol. You'll notice that whenever we do this, it brings up a menu and it will allow us to dock a new tab based on our selection. So if I come in and I say, all right, let's put in our navigation tab here. So navigation comes up and you'll see that it is now docked as a tab. Now you could also go up to Window and select Navigation and it will come up as a floating window. Now you can see here that it's already docked, so it's not going to actually bring that up as a floating window. Now I'm looking at this navigation tab and I don't really like how it's set right here in the level viewport. It's probably not going to work best for me. So what I want to do is I want to move it to a new section. This can be done very easily by left clicking and holding on the tab and then dragging to where I want it to go. Now whenever you drop it, you need to make sure that it's highlighted in blue and it gives you a preview of where it's going to go. So if I let go of that, you'll see that it has now docked itself in this section as a new tab. We could also left click and pull this off and have it as a floating window. You could close that window or you could even add a new tab to that floating window. Let's go ahead and dock this in a different section altogether. So instead of docking it as a tab, let's put it right here on this line and you'll see a preview of where that's going to lay. So now it's split the level viewport as well as the Explorer. So it put itself right there in the middle. Now again, I like to keep things nice and consolidated, so I want to get rid of this. So I can drag it over here or I could just close it down altogether. You'll see how very easily we can customize the UI. Now there may be some times whenever you're working and you want to just resize a certain window, so perhaps maybe the asset preview is a little bit more rectangular than you would like. Let's go ahead and square it up a little bit just by left clicking and dragging. You could do that with any section here inside of Stingray. You could give yourself a little bit more room on the Explorer and Create panel and give less room to the property editor. It's totally up to you on how you want to customize that. Now there are going to be some windows that are not available by clicking on the plus symbol. You'll need to go up to Window and choose it right here from the list. The ones that I'm talking about the most are going to be Animation and Lighting. These will not show up in that list. Okay, so if I wanted to go ahead and bring up the Animation Controller window, I could drop that right up here and now I have quick access to the animation controller whenever I'm working with animations of my characters. So again, very helpful ways to customize the UI, and it's going to help us increase our productivity based on our own workflow. So now that we've talked about customizing the UI, let's go ahead and move on into our next lesson where we're going to set up the interoperability between Maya, Maya LT, and 3ds Max.